Hey guys, it's Audrey. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and make you a video about how I use the guided reading folder to organize my guided reading groups. First of all, I had to do the DRA. So here's a fictional made-up DRA that I did for level 12. The point of this is that you have to make sure that kids have mastered 3 specific criteria to be considered independent. So if you'll notice, I put 63 words per minute, and that is a good independent level of fluency for a level 12. So they qualify on fluency. They also have to have a certain amount of accuracy, and if you see on the recording sheet, it shows you that 97% accuracy would be 4 errors, and so that is also considered independent for a level 12. If it's 95% or greater as far as accuracy is concerned, then they are considered independent. Between 95% and 90% is the instructional level, and then below 90% would be frustrational. Okay, so this person qualifies on a level 12 based on fluency and accuracy so far, but there's a 3rd criteria that all kids have to have mastered to be considered independent on a level, and that is comprehension. So you can see this child, fictional child, did well on the comprehension questions. I sometimes make notes of certain things that the child says, quotes, and sometimes I do rephrase a question or even ask a follow-up question just to make sure they're really understanding the story versus just misunderstanding the question. So there's a little subjectivity on the comprehension questions, and I know that the newer DRA kits also don't have questions, it's more of a retell, so listen for accurate details on that. Okay, so this kiddo would be an independent level 12 because they have an independent level of fluency, accuracy, and comprehension. Okay, so I go to my guided reading folder and I put each kid's name on a post-it note, and then I put their independent reading level listed on the post-it note. Okay, so I always deal with independent as far as my progress monitoring, and then when I plan the books to use, I go 1 level higher so I can push them. So you can see I'm going to start here with my level A and 1 group and my level 3 group, have them organized, and then it goes on and up to 24s, and I've got my 44s are off the charts here. So that's how I organize my groups physically on the folders. This really helps me visually to see who I can group with whom. Once a child has been moved up, for example, if Carson here progressed and he read a 14, I'll just cross out the 12, write a 14, and then I can physically move his post-it note down, and it helps me with grouping. So it's very flexible, allows you to move the kids around as you need. So I take these groups here, and then I make a chart. This chart here shows where they are based on their grade as well. So you can see the grade according to the district requirements, and then my group names in order here, and I even have it level below, grade level, approaching, and so on. Just email me if you want this chart. Again, I'm very visual, so I like organizing. So it takes it from the folder to this chart. Then from here, I take these groups and I make a schedule for guided reading groups. Now this might look a little confusing at first. Basically, there are 2 blocks of time where the kids are doing independent activities. I use the daily 5, and then I pull groups during these times. So you can see I also have planned out computer interventions to make sure that kids who need iStation time are not being pulled by me. So I map that out very strategically. I make sure that my level A group, and even the second, I have 2 level A groups, I make sure that I see them every single day of the week. So I plan that out. And then those kids were probably on iStation the first daily 5 block. So they were either on iStation for 30 minutes or with me for 30 minutes or so. It usually ended up being more like 15 per group. Then my next group, if you'll notice, my group B group, I made sure that I saw them every day as well, or at least, let's see, I know I had them 4 days a week. And group C, I saw them at least, I think it was 4 days a week also, could have been 3. and then so on. Group D got about 3 days, and Group E got about 2 days. So this really helps me plan out exactly who I'm seeing and when, to make sure I'm seeing all of my most struggling groups enough, but also not neglecting my higher groups. Like I said, it helps me map out iStation. I also put notes on here like which kids are being pulled for speech or tutoring to make sure that I plan around that as well. So from here, I would then write in specifics. What are we reading? What are we focusing on? What strategies? What phonograms? Are we doing word building? All of those specifics are also listed on here to help me plan. This really helps me be prepared when I get with my group. I know exactly who I'm pulling that day, and I also have documentation of how often I met with these kids. So anyway, I hope that this helps you, and feel free to come ask me if you have any more questions. Okay, thanks.